And the biggest development that's expected today ahead of the Triple Talaq bill's introduction in the upper house, the opposition leaders will meet the chair Venkaiah Naidu at about 10:30 a.m. Now, obvious questions are, will the Congress attempt to block the historic bill? Again, keep in mind, they had some reservations that they had voiced in the Lok Sabha, and the Congress did face flack over the same. But now, with, of course, this particular bill coming up in the Rajya Sabha, we'll have to see what the Congress strategy is. We know that the Congress will be going into a huddle in a few hours from now. We also understand that they're going to be meeting with the chair, Venkaiah Naidu, who's been reaching out to the opposition, to the Congress in particular, saying that we must let the House function. Let's go across to our executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, who's joining us on this broadcast. Abhishek, good morning. It's a big day because we're going to be seeing the Triple Talaq bill being tabled in the Rajya Sabha. And this really is the biggest challenge for the government. While Lok Sabha, we did see arguments going back and forth. It was more or less smooth sailing. The question now will be on what the Congress's strategy really is going into the Rajya Sabha today.
Well, Akshata, the reason why it's a challenge for the government is because obviously it does not have the numbers in its favor in the Rajya Sabha, the upper house, and that is why some strategizing is going on both the sides. We are told that apart from a party meeting that the Congress party would have to discuss its own strategy, mind you, in the Lok Sabha, the Congress party had ended up supporting the Triple Talaq bill despite its reservations for whatever compulsions of vote bank politics, and to the level that they had not even supported the amendments moved by Asaduddin Owaisi. Now the thing is, what we are hearing is that the Congress party wants certain amendments. Government, on the side of the government, also we are hearing that for the sake of the bill, the government might be open to just a couple of them, if not all. So, in fact, after the party meeting, the Congress party has one more meeting lined up with the Rajya Sabha chairman, Venkaiah Naidu, and their government representatives would be present. So, in all, the government also is in a mood to make a reach out so that the bill sees a safe passage. If need be, a couple of amendments might be agreed to in advance. So for those, meetings would take place. And while the government hopes that with the minimalist amendments, the bill sails through, the Congress believes that if it gets its share of amendments passed, it would have made a point. So, a crucial day in Parliament for both the sides. The government, it's almost like a prestige battle because a lot of political capital has been put into this bill.
Yes.
And, even Prime Minister has spoken about it from the ramparts of the Red Fort and many other occasions earlier. As late as yesterday, Prime Minister spoke about it. And so, from both the sides, a bit of battle of wits before the vote happens in the Rajya Sabha today on the Triple Talaq bill.
And Abhishek, as you pointed out, the Prime Minister has personally time and again fought for this Triple Talaq law. We know at this point that the BJP has also issued a whip for all its members of parliament to be present in both houses, in the Lok Sabha as well as the Rajya Sabha. What are your sources telling you? Are there any sort of back channel talks? Is there some sort of an outreach to the opposition at this point by the government?
Well, some back channel did happen post the Lok Sabha passage of the bill, and it was essentially because the government is aware that it does not have the numbers in the Rajya Sabha, and hence this whip also that has been issued, 3-line whip for all MPs to be present in both the houses, specifically the Rajya Sabha. But, there are other important legislations that are also coming up. One is on the customs duty increase, among others. So obviously the government does not want embarrassment on its hands just because its numbers were not present, and that is why the whip has been issued, and the government is hoping that with whatever negotiation that has taken place via the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, hopefully the bill would sail through.
All right, Abhishek, thanks so much for joining us with those details. Of course, we'll keep a close track on the developments. Remember, the Congress will be getting into a huddle ahead of the session today to really figure out how they're going to go forward, what is their strategy. Even as the government tries to reach out to the opposition, we could see them also reaching out in a manner where they could be open to a few amendments as well in the Triple Talaq bill.
Looking at the figures, you were required to pay back $6.5 billion of external debt, excluding interest, before the end of the first half of this year. All of us know they don't have the money.
It had kept the smallness of your mind. It had kept Osama bin Laden in Abbottabad for 6 years. We can do that. 850 meters from the Pakistan Military Academy, Kakul.
The Americans say you are liars, deceitful cheats. On 5th of December 2017, all the major road projects in China, in Pakistan, that the Chinese were funding was stopped because the Chinese said we never knew that these Pakistanis are such corrupt cheats.